the use of interim leaders has doubled for project specific roles. So we're specifically talking about interim leaders. Those have doubled for project specific roles. And it's certainly signaling a shift in how organizations approach leadership, having an interim leader in a leadership position. And how can interim leadership do some of the things that you've just talked about and really be leveraged as strategic, really a strategic tool beyond just, hey, I'm just here for a certain amount of time and then I'm going to leave again? How can that really be turned to where there is a long-term strategic element to this as well? And
yes, and Lucas, I have to say I was a little surprised. I mean, this is what we do every day is work with clients, and interim leadership is a significant portion of solutions that we're able to provide as organizations are in flux and their workforce is changing. But when I looked at this, I asked myself, wow, what's driving the increase in demand for interim leadership? Yes. And so again, in the survey and in the flip book, which is going to be a great resource for all of you, if we look at the roles that are growing in importance, that gives us some insight. So clinical leadership stays at the top of the list. But when we look at emerging new roles, number 2, 3, and 4 are now IT, cybersecurity, and artificial intelligence. So what does this mean? These are new and emerging roles. Hospitals may not yet have the skill set internally to be able to support these new roles. This is a great time to think of interim leadership. Again, project-specific roles, mentorship that Alex mentioned. There's a wonderful example about with a hospital in Massachusetts where the clinical director was already overwhelmed. You're all running lean, and you want to promote from within, and we celebrate and support that. So you promote managers to, your nursing leaders to manager roles. And even if they've been with the organization for a length of time, they don't always have the skills that they need. So bringing somebody in from the outside that's a mentor, on the job training, they're in the meetings with your new leaders and they're helping to upskill in real time. And as you said, Lucas, it's a strategic play. You can test out a new role with an interim leader. You don't have to create a new FTE or commit to that headcount before you're ready to make that commitment. So much intelligence gets communicated, assessments, do we have the right roles and responsibility? And as workforce is changing, I can definitely see why interim leadership is it's not a secret weapon, but it's an investment, but it certainly is a tool that can be leveraged to really help advance your immediate, short-term, as well as your longer-term goals.